one value. If I want to declare int value, int x is equal to 10, right? I can declare int x is equal to 10. So if I want to declare another int value, then int y is equal to 20. Okay. If I want to declare like this 10,000 values, int values, we need to use 10,000 variables to declare 10,000 values, right? Yeah. So the whole declaration itself will take like thousands of lines. So this is not the right way of writing the code in Java. So what we need to do, that's why we can assign the same type of values to one variable, that we'll call it as an array. So if I want to assign 10,000 values to the same variable and the same type, then we can go for an array. Okay. So int x is equal to new int. Suppose if I want to assign 10,000 values, I can assign like this. Okay. So in the same variable, we are assigning 10,000 values. Okay. In same variable, same int, same type. So type should be same. Type should be same. Genuinely, we can assign like this. Okay. And we are assigning for one variable 1,000 int values. Okay. So that time we are going for arrays. So if we want to declare the same type 10,000 times, then we go for an arrays and assign one variable that 10,000 values. Okay. This part leave it now. I'll let you know. I'll tell you what is this. Okay. So when we go for an arrays, when we want to assign thousands of values to the same variable, then we'll go for arrays. Okay, that should be int type should be same type. This is type, right? Data type, right? Data type, right? So whatever the data type that we are taking, whatever the value that we need to assign to the variable, that should be same. Data type should be same to assign like this, an array. Okay, have you understood? Understood? No? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Usha, Sunita Garu, Shravya,
Yes.
Sangeeta.
Yes, sir.
The screen is
Yes.
small or it will shows like that for me only. I don't understand.
Is it small for everyone or?
Yeah, for me is it only the small. It will shows like the small screen.
Okay, can you relog in?
Yeah, I already 2 times relog.
Okay. So how about others?
Yeah, it's big.
It's normal only, right? Not small.
Yeah, it's normal.
So Usha, have you joined with phone or something?
No, laptop only.
Oh, someone has to go on mute. Okay. I'm not sure why. Try to rejoin again, Usha, once.
Go to view and make it as a speaker view. Like that we can.
No, I did, but
I too don't know much about Skype, so
it's okay.
Try to do the large grid.
I did
large.
everything.
So you don't have any problem until yesterday, right? Now today you are facing problem.
Yeah.
So okay, try maybe So first we are going to discuss about when we are going to use an array. You got an idea, right? When we want to declare the same type 10,000 times, then we go for an array and declare it to one variable. That time we go for an arrays. So same type, you need to remember that one. We can use arrays only with the same type. Okay. If it is a different type like int, float, or double, no float, right? No float. Okay. Int, double, or short, or like this, you can't use array. So if you want to use for int, then we can go for it. Or if you want to use it for double, we can go for it. If you want to use it for short, we can go. The type should be single. It should not be multiple types. We can't use array for multiple types. Okay. It should be single type and the variable name should be single name. Okay. That thing you need to remember. And what is an array? What is an array? So same type. I'm saying same type, right? Same type means it's homogeneous. Homogeneous elements. Okay. When whatever the type we are using, only one type we are using. That's why we'll call it as a homogeneous elements. We can use only one element. That's why we'll call it as a homogeneous elements. Okay. You need to remember homogeneous word. Homogeneous. What is meant by homogeneous? Only one type can be used in an array. So homogeneous, and the size should be fixed. Size should be fixed. So there should not be any variable size. We can't use variable size. Size should be fixed in an array. So if you want to use an array, we should know the array size before we start our program. We should know the size of array. So if I want to assign 5 values, then I need to know that I need 5 values for an int. Okay, then only I can go for arrays. If I don't know the size, then I can't go for an array. So size should be fixed. Okay, we should go for homogeneous elements. Size should be fixed and it should be indexed. Okay, this we'll call it as a index. Square brackets, right? Whatever the square brackets that we are using is an index. So can you tell me the definition now? Can you tell me the definition? So an array is an indexed element. An array is an indexed element. Okay, with homogeneous elements. Okay, an array is an indexed element, the collection of homogeneous elements. Homogeneous elements with fixed size. Okay, an array is an indexed element with a collection of homogeneous elements with fixed size. So it should be an indexed and the collection should be homogeneous and the size should be fixed. Okay, it should be indexed. It should be the group of elements with group of homogeneous elements, collection or group of homogeneous elements with fixed size. This will call it as an array. An array is an indexed element with a group of homogeneous elements and the fixed size. We'll call it as an array. So you need to remember 3 words. It should be an index, it should be a group of homogeneous elements, and the size should be fixed. These 3 things you need to remember for an array. Okay, that will call it as an array. So homogeneous elements means it is a type, single type. The type that you are using should be only one type, any type, int or short or byte or long, whatever the type that you are using, that should be single. Okay, and fixed size. The size, we should know the size before we use an array. So we should know the size. That's why the size should be fixed. Okay, have you understand what is meant by an array?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone, please,
Yes.
yes, no, yeah.
Why
So
don't we use float instead of double int?
float is a decimal value, right? 10.123. Okay. How so that should be a that should be a whole number to use, because 10.123, is there any value? How can we take 0.123 in the array? We can't take it, right? So there should be a whole number. Should be a whole number.
Okay.
So if you want to assign, because array is an indexed and we are assigning memory to each of the value. Suppose if it is an index of, if we are assigning 5 values to the array, 1 2 3 4 5, so we need to assign one index to each and every value. So if it is 5.23, then this 23, how it is going to take into an array? So we can't assign the memory to that array, right? So that's why we are not considering float or double. Sorry, double also we are not gonna use it. Float and double are the decimal values, right? Float and double are decimal values. So we are gonna consider only the integral types
Okay.
of arrays. Okay.
Okay.
Then now we have single dimension arrays, double dimension arrays, and multiple dimension arrays. So before we start those, we need to know how to declare an array. Okay, declaration of an array. Okay, declaration. What is meant by declaration? Can we call this as a declaration? Int x, we are declaring a variable x of type int. Okay, if we are not assigning any value, then this will call it as a declaration. If we are assigning any value, then we will call it as, if we are assigning value to the x, then we'll call it as what we'll call it as initialization. Okay, declaration, initialization. We are initializing the value of 10 to the x of type int. Okay, declaration means we are not assigning any value, just we are declaring an int type x. Okay, this will call it as a declaration. The same way, if you want to declare an array, we need to have some we need to follow some standards. So the syntax is syntax declaration of array is data type, okay, data type, name, okay, and the variable name. We need to use square brackets. Okay, data type, name, and variable name. This is the declaration of an array. So I'm declaring int, square brackets, variable name x. This will call it as a declaration. So if you want to declare an array int x, int array x, this is an array indexed. This is an array indexed. So this means that this is a x is an array element with type int. X is an array element with int type. Okay. So this is the declaration of an array for single dimension. Okay, for single dimension. So we can declare an array in different ways. So int x, okay, int x, int x array. So like this we can declare different types. Okay, we can declare in three ways. We can declare three ways. There is nothing wrong in it, but we'll prefer to declare like this. Okay, int array x, where variable name is separated with array. So where variable name is separated with an array. So this is the best way to declare. We can declare this also, but this is the best way to declare an array. Okay. We can declare like this, that it will take it. If we declare like this, it will take it. Okay. So, but the best way to use to declare is int array x. This is the one. So where we are separating variable with an array, where we are separating with space, right? There is a space. So we are separating an array with a variable x. X and array are separated by space. So this will clearly understands whoever seeing our program. So that's why we need to follow this standard. Okay. Declaration. Have you understand about the declaration? Where we are gonna declare a variable with the type with the type. What type? Int. So if you want to declare anything like this, like short y, okay, byte z, okay. So char some a. Okay, we can declare like this. I'll tell you what all the types that we can use it in array in coming. So we can use int, short, byte, and char. So these are the 4 things that we can use in an array. That I'll tell you later. Okay. Have you understand up to now?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll go for
Yes.
single dimension arrays. Okay, single dimension arrays. So suppose if I can give one example. Suppose I'm starting a new class, which I'm expecting around 50 people. I'm expecting 50 people for my class. Okay. Okay, I have arranged everything, 50 seats in a class, monitors, everything I have arranged, 50 people, 50 seats I have arranged. Okay, but by the time on the day when I started class, only 2 people came. Only 2 people came, right? Only 2 people came. So what happens? The allocation, whatever the allocation that I have done for 50 people, that is waste, right? Waste of allocation of remaining 48 seats, right? So the total 48 allocation has been wasted. So next time when I started my next batch, I thought, so last time I got only 2 people. So now maybe I may get 5 or 10 people. So I'll arrange only for 10 people. So I'll arrange a classroom of 10 seats. Okay, I'll arrange a class of 10 seats. So this time I got more than 50 people. So what happened? What happened now? I'm not able to allocate all people because I thought I'm not expecting that many people coming into my class. So what happens now? It is out of bound, out of bound. So whatever I expected is out of bound. So that's why we need to know the exact fixed value, fixed number to use an array, fixed number. Okay. So we need to know exactly how many members I'm gonna get it to my class. Then only I can arrange. Okay. I can't use an array if I don't know the size of the array. So if I can't assign the seats, if I don't know how many people are attending to my class, so that's why it should be fixed in size. Okay, this is an example for array. Why we are using an array as a fixed size. అర్థమైందండి? Have you understood?
Yes.
Okay, now single dimension arrays. What is single dimension array? What is single dimension array? So I already shown you the declaration part for single dimension because this is single dimension. Okay. Int x, we'll call it, this one is a single dimension array. Okay. So single dimension array, in single dimension array, if I want to declare any variable, can I declare like this? Is it okay if I declare like this? Is it okay if I declare like this? Can we declare like this? In an array, can we declare like this? No. Okay, compiler will throw an error. Just we are declaring the variable, so we can't provide the size at the time of declaration. Okay, at the time of declaration, we should not provide the size of an array. We should not provide the size of an array. If you want to declare any, if you want to assign any value, if you want to assign the size of an array, okay, if you want to assign the size of an array, we need to initialize. To initialize, int array a is equal to new int 5. Okay, this will call it as an object. Array a is a reference value. A is a reference value to the array. A will call it as a reference value here. So new keyword will be used. New keyword will be used whenever we want to create an object. Whenever we want to create an object, we need to use a new keyword. New keyword. This is a keyword. I already told you in the keywords, new is a keyword. So we can only when we want to create an object, then we are going to use a new keyword. Okay. So what is mean by object? I already told you. What is mean by object? What is mean by object? What is mean by class? What is mean by object and what is mean by class? What is mean by object and what is mean by class? Anyone? Except Ram. So class is a blueprint, right? Class is a blueprint.
Object is identity.
Or plan. Class is an object or a plan. Okay. Where we'll be having multiple objects. Okay, that is class. Object is an entity.
Identity.
Yeah. So from class, objects are created. From class, objects are created. So where is class here? Where is class here? In array, we have declared an array. We have initialized an array with a size of 5. Where is class here? What is class here? So in arrays, we don't have any class at the programmatic level. We don't have any class at the programmatic level, but the language level, Java language level, there is a class. So whenever we assign like this, okay, whenever we assign like this, automatically the Java language will be given declared as a int. This declaration, this is class int I. Okay, int I. This and at the rate some value. So for every array, Java language side will be created one class. One class will be there. For every array, there will be one class at the language level, Java language level. But at the programmatic level, I mean, the programmer, as a programmer, I don't need to worry about this class which is using by Java language level. Have you understand? So at the language level, Java language level, there is a class for an array, each array. But from our side, when we are writing a program, we no need to worry about what is the class of an array. We no need to worry about what is class of an array. So this will be taken care by Java language. So if you are assigning an array, because we are creating an object, right? To use an array, we are creating an object. To create an object, we need to know the class, right? Right? To create an object, we need to know about the class, right? So suppose I have a class means plan. So I have a plan to construct a house, to construct houses in 10 acres land. Okay, I have a plan to construct house in 10 acres. So each house will call it as an object, right? Without plan, we can't construct these 10,000 houses, whatever the houses that we are constructing. in our particular plan. Plan in the sense class, right? Under the class, we are constructing objects. This and each and every building will consider as a object. This is a physical entity. Object is a physical entity. I already told you guys. Object is a physical entity. Plan is a visual entity. So just visualization. So the plan is a visualization. Just we are assuming. So house should be like this. So bedroom should be like this. Hall should be like this. So just visualization where we are gonna get a plan. So once we construct house, then that is a physical quantity. That we'll call it as an object. So for each and every class, there will be multiple objects. Okay. So to create an object, we need to have a class. That class will be taken care by Java language. As a programmer, we no need to worry about the class. So for each and every array, whatever the object, so we are creating an object because new keyword will be used only to create an object. So to create an object, we need a class. That class, whatever the class that we need, that will be taken care by Java language. We no need to worry as a programmer. Okay. So array is an object. We are using an object to initialize an array. So have you understood? Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
Usha?
Yes.
Usha? You there? Nikunj? Ajay?
Last one is little bit confusing.
Which one? The Java language, Java class.
Yeah, that after the Java class, yeah, that one.
So to create an object, we need a class, right? Have you understood that one? To create an object, we need a class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this array is an object, right? We are assigning an object to the array. This is an object, right? Because we are creating an object that we'll call it as a reference value. A is an object. A is an object. We'll call it as a reference value. A is an object. So to create an object, we need a class, right? So for an array, we are creating an object A. For this object, we need a class, right? As per the definition, to create an object, we need a class. The same way, we are creating an object in an array. Where is the class? Where is the class?
Here. No class here.
No class here, right? That part, whatever the class that required to create an object of an array, that part will be taken care by Java. So we know, as a programmer, we no need to worry about the class that required to create an object of an array. Okay, to create an object of an array, we no need to bother about the class that required for this. That part will be taken care by Java language. As a programmer, we no need to worry about the class that required to create an object of an array. Understood? I'll show you the program. Then you might get a little bit more idea. Okay. Okay, 1 second. My laptop got locked out. Okay. Have understood about array? So you understood about the single dimension array? No. So if you want to declare single dimension array, we need to have int array a. Okay, this is declaration. This will call it as a declaration. This will call it as a declaration. This will call it as initialization. Okay, we are declaring int without the size. If you declare int with size, then it's gonna throw. Compiler will throw an error. Okay, at the declaration time, we should not provide any size. Okay, here at the time of initialization, we need to provide the size. Suppose yesterday I had told you one int x A is equal to new int. Can I declare like this now? Can you tell me? Is it valid or invalid? Is it invalid or valid? Is valid or invalid?
Valid.
And
It's valid.
definition.
Valid.
Definition.
Valid.
What is the definition? What is the definition? It should be indexed. It should be homogeneous.
Homogeneous.
Fixed size.
Fixed size.
Fixed size.
What does this mean?
Invalid. They don't have any fixed size.
They don't have any fixed
Yeah.
size. So it is invalid. So you need to remember these 3 points. Okay, there should be a fixed size. We can't
Yes,
leave it as like this. Yeah. So there should be a size. We should know the size to declare an array. We should know the size to initialize an array. We should know the size to initialize an array. We should know the size to use an array. So then only we'll go for array. So this will throw an error. So can we see the program how it will look like now? If I let me. Okay. Can you guys try to write a program by initializing with an index and without index? Can you try in your laptops? So I'm declaring here int marks is equal to new int 5. Is this okay or do I get an error? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the right program? Is it valid program or not?
Yeah, valid.
Yeah, it is a valid because we are providing a fixed size of 5. So if I compile it, Java C test.java. So I don't have any error. I don't have any compilation error. Then if I run it, Java test. So it is running. So we are not getting any compilation error. Okay, we are able to run it. So suppose if I change this program to like this, I'm not assigning any value. Then I'm trying to run it. So compile Java C test.java to compile Java C and the class name .java. So error, array dimension missing. Okay, int marks is equal to new int where we need to provide a dimension or size of an array. So we are getting compilation error. Okay, so that's why it should be a fixed size. Size should be fixed. So we should not initialize an array like this without size. So that will be throwing compiler will be throwing an error saying that dimension size is missing. Okay, have understood until now? Any doubts? Any doubts?
No.
Okay, now we'll go for two-dimensional array declaration. How we are going to declare two-dimensional array? One-dimensional array we are going to declare int x. This we are declaring single-dimensional array as like this. How we are going to declare two-dimensional array? So int 2 dimensions. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, we can declare like this. Okay, int.
Code is not able to see.
Oh, sorry. I'm sharing my screen, right? Okay. Can you guys see now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we can, so if I want to declare any variable in two-dimensional array, int 2 square brackets x, because it's a two-dimensional array, one dimension, second dimension. So one dimension, second dimension, one dimension, second dimension. So int x. Okay. X. So like this, we can declare any type, but the best way is to declare like this. Okay. So this is the declaration of two-dimensional array. If I want to declare a two-dimensional array, I need to use like this. Okay. We are not supposed to give any size at the time of declaration. Okay. Do remember that one. We should not give the size of an array at the time of declaration. At the time of initialization, we definitely needs to give the size of an array. Okay, you need to remember these 2 points. At the time of declaration, we are not supposed to give any size, but at the time of initialization, we need to give the size. Okay, initialization, right? You do remember, right? So if I want to declare a variable, then initialization. At the time of initialization, I need to give the size. Okay, I need to give the size at the time of initialization. But we should not give the size at the time of declaration. These 2 points you need to remember by using when we are using an arrays. When we are planning to use an arrays, we should remember in mind, we should keep in mind, you should not declare, you should not, at the time of declaration, you should not give the size, but at the time of initialization, you should give the size. If you don't give the size, then it will throw an error. If you give the size, it will throw an error. Compiler will throw an error. Okay, this is the declaration of an array, two-dimensional array declaration. Okay, give me 1 second, give me 1 second. So one more thing, to assign the two-dimensional array. So suppose if you want to take two variables, this is if you have a one variable. Two-dimensional array means we can take two variables, right? Two. So we can take two variables. So if I want to declare two variables now, how we are gonna declare? So int a comma b. Is it valid? Is it valid? Is it valid or not? Can you declare like this?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes. Yes. Why not no? Why not no? If you declare like this, then it is a is equal to 2, b is equal to 2. Okay, two-dimensional array. A will be 2, b will be 2. Okay, so if you declare like this, a comma b, then a is equal to 1, b is equal to 1. This is one-dimensional. This is two-dimensional. Whatever the variables that we are declaring, the index will be 2 because we have two indexes. If you have one index, then whatever the variables that we are assigning will be having one index each. Okay. If you want to declare a two-dimensional array with two variables, then int two indexes and two variables. So each variable having two indexes. Okay, if we assign like this one array, then two variables, then a is equal to 1 index, b is equal to index 1. Okay. Confusion? Any confusion?
can give two variables, A and B, or single variable. Is
Yeah,
it
anything. Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you can give single variable or multiple variable. But if we are planning to give a single variable, then we need to use only single.
Single array.
Yeah.
Single array.
So yeah.
One
So
dimensional.
if yeah, one dimensional array. If you use one variable, then it is one dimensional array. If you use two variables, then that will become two dimensional array. So now, can you tell me int what is the value of A and what is the value of B here? What is the value of A and what is the value of B here?
2.
A
A
is 2.
equal.
Yeah. And B, what about B? B 2 or 1? A, B or 2? 1 or 2? Anyone? B is 2. Okay. Whatever the space here, whatever the space we have here, that won't consider. So it will take like this. Array will take like this. Okay. Array will be taken like this. Int 2 indexes, whatever the space that it is gonna avoid the space that present in between two arrays. So it is gonna take like this. So this whole thing will be taken consider, and it is two dimensional. So A is 2 and B is 2. Okay. So now if int, okay, what about now? What happens now? Int
A equals to
A is equal to
2.
2. B,
1.
think.
B also
Here,
2.
B
2.
is 2.
2.
B is
B is
2.
what about this index? What happens to this
Again,
index that we are
array is
declaring?
taking this.
Yeah, we are declaring one more index to the B, right?
Yes.
So already we have two indexes for both of them, and we are assigning one more index to the B. Then how many indexes will be having? B will be having 3 indexes. So the size of B is 3. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Not able to see the B index.
How B is getting 3?
So that's why I told 2. So it's 3.
So we already have. So what is the value of B here in this place? What is the value of B here?
2.
Why you are saying 2? We have 2 brackets, right?
2. Yeah.
2 indexes. So that's why we are calling B as 2 and A as 2. Now here until here A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2, right? If we are like this, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 2. Now I'm adding one more index to B extra. So I'm adding one more index here. So this is the third index for B. This is the third index for B. So B will be 3, A is equal to 2, B is equal to A is equal to 2, because we are not assigning one more index here for B. A. So that's why A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3. This after B we are assigning one more index. Okay. After B we are assigning one more index. That will be considered as a third index.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it okay if I declare like this int? Is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid? Is it valid or invalid?
Invalid, sir.
Invalid. Why? Why is it invalid? So here in the int square bracket, okay, it is considering until here, right? So if I declare int like this, it will be considering one index, and A is having one more index. So this is A will be having two indexes. But after declaring the index, is it possible to declare one more index? How is it gonna take? Array is not able to take like this. So whatever the variable, second variable should not use in front of the variable. We should not use index in front of the variable, second or third or fourth. Okay, we are not supposed to use the index before the variable of second, before the second variable. Only we can use the index after the first variable. So if you want to use index for the second variable, we should use only after the variable name, not before the variable name. So you need to remember this. So when we are declaring any array, so if you are declaring like this, int A, B, okay, C, we are declaring three variables. So until here, this is fine. But when it comes to here, it is gonna throw an error. It is not gonna consider like this. So it is gonna consider like this. So whatever the indexes that we have, so it will consider until here. But after this, it's not gonna consider, because after comma, it's not gonna consider like this. Okay, array won't consider like that. So array will be considering only int like this. So first variable we can declare like this. But from second variable, we need to declare only after the variable declaration. So like this we can do. But A, B, C, this is wrong.
Raj